Hi, in this video I will show to you the top 10 most expensive car in the world. Let's begin. 10.
Pininfarina Sergio. Price, $3 million. The Pininfarina Sergio is a concept car produced by the Italian design house Pininfarina. It was presented at the 2013 Geneva Motor Show as a tribute to the former chairman of the company and automotive designer, Sergio Pininfarina, who died on 3 July 2012. The car is a coach-built barchetta which is based on the mechanical underpinnings of the Ferrari 458 Spider. Only 6 were made and all sold to a group of high-net-worth individuals. The car is not only striking to look at, it's also, unsurprisingly, intended to be extremely driver-oriented, as is emphasized in the press release, an authentic open top. It explicitly references the track, underscoring and intensifying its sense of sportiness, fun behind the wheel and the pleasure of design at its purest. Drivetrain specifications. It is 4.5-liter V8 engine putting down 398 pound-feet of torque at 6,000 rpm and 596 horsepower at a hair-raising 9,000 rpm. With a 7-speed, dual-clutch gearbox, the Sergio can sprint to 60 mph in a claimed 3 seconds, with an estimated top speed over 200 mph. 9. Aston Martin Valkyrie. Price, $3.2 million. The Aston Martin Valkyrie, also called through its code names as AMRB001 and Nebula, is a limited production hybrid sports car collaboratively built by British automobile manufacturers Aston Martin, Red Bull Racing and several others. Engine, transmission, and performance. The Valkyrie's hybrid powertrain consists of a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 and an electric motor. The 7-speed automatic transmission directs power to the rear wheels. Alone, the V12 delivers 1,000 horsepower, while the battery electric system, designed by Remitz and Integral Powertrain, contributes an additional 160 horsepower. Combined, the power sources produce a total output of 1,160 horsepower and 663 lb-ft of torque. 8. Bugatti Veyron by Mansory Vivere. Price, $3.3 million. This Veyron gets an asterisk because technically it wasn't produced by Bugatti. The Veyron Vivere was a limited edition build by tuners Mansory. Either way, it's ridiculous, and its estimated $3.3 million price tag puts it well within the realm of one of the most expensive cars ever. The company built just 2 examples, each with an outrageous carbon fiber accented exterior, a black and white leather and carbon cabin, and a 1,200 horsepower, 894 kilowatt Veyron engine underneath. Top speed is a blistering 254 miles per hour.
7.
Lykan Hypersport. Price, $3.4 million. The Lykan Hypersport is billed as Arabia's first supercar, and in keeping with this statement, W Motors plans to build a factory for the car somewhere in the United Arab Emirates in the coming year. W Motors is also based in the Gulf state at present. The latest performance specs for the Lykan Hypersport include a peak output of 770 horsepower and 737 pound-feet of torque, a top speed of 245 mph and a 0 to 62 mph time of less than 2.8 seconds. Such performance puts the car in the same category as exclusive hypercars such as the Bugatti Veyron and Koenigsegg Agera R, but the Lykan Hypersport blows them out of the water with its pricing, which starts at a staggering $3.4 million.
6.
McLaren P1 LM. Price, $3.6 million. The McLaren P1 is a limited production plug-in hybrid sports car, produced by British automobile manufacturer McLaren Automotive. Debuted at the 2012 Paris Motor Show, sales of the P1 began in the United Kingdom in October 2013 and all 375 units were sold out by November. Production ended in early December 2015. The United States accounted for 34% of the units and Europe for 26%. The P1 has a mid-engine, rear-wheel drive design that used a carbon fiber monocoque and roof structure safety cage concept called monocage, which is a development of the monocell first used in the MP412C and then in subsequent models. Its main competitors were the Ferrari and the Porsche 918. They are all similar in specifications and performance, and in a race around Silverstone circuit they were all within half a second of each other, the P1 finishing first at 58.24 seconds and the Ferrari finishing last at 58.58 seconds, the 9-18 was in between with 58.46 seconds. The P1 is ludicrously fast. It accelerates from 0 to 60 mph in 2.7 seconds and will hit 124 mph in an eye-watering 6.8 seconds. If you've got the asphalt and bravery, 186 mph arrives in 16.5 seconds. Take it to the drag strip and you'll turn 10-second quarters, at 150 mph, all day long. That top speed is electrically limited, too, mostly due to tire compounds. Theoretically, the P1 should be able to hit 249 mph if it had the proper rubber.
5.
Lamborghini Veneno Roadster. Price, $4.5 million. The Lamborghini Veneno is a limited production high-performance sports car manufactured by Italian automobile manufacturer Lamborghini. Based on the Lamborghini Aventador, the Veneno was developed to celebrate Lamborghini's 50th anniversary. It was introduced at the 2013 Geneva Motor Show. When introduced it had a price of $4 million, making it one of the most expensive production cars in the world. With a maximum output of 552 kW per 750 HP, the Veneno Roadster accelerates from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 2.9 seconds and top speed stands at 355 km per hour. The Lamborghini Veneno Roadster is driven by a 12-cylinder engine with a displacement of 6.5 liters and is equipped with the extremely fast shifting ISR transmission with 5 modes, permanent all-wheel drive and a racing chassis with pushrod suspension and horizontal spring.
4.
Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita. Price, $4.8 million. Intended to be limited to only 3 units, the CCXR Trevita cost so much to manufacture, Koenigsegg decided to make the car even more exclusive and limit the number to just 2. Some of its features include a diamond weave carbon fiber finish, a unique double carbon rear wing, Inconel exhaust system, carbon ceramic brakes with ABS and a tire monitoring system. 4.8L dual overhead cam V8 engine, with twin superchargers bolted on, producing an eye-popping 1018 bhp at 7000 rpm on E85 fuel. The torque figure is equally as scary, producing 796 ft/lb of torque and a top speed of 254 mph.
3.
Bugatti Divo. Price, $5.8 million. The Divo is Bugatti's first coach-built hyper-sports car of the 21st century. The limited and extremely high-performance hyper-sports car is an absolute must-have for any Bugatti enthusiast's hyper-sports car collection. With its futuristic and ferocious design and its completely different personality and driving performance, Bugatti has created a true masterpiece of automotive craftsmanship that successfully revives Bugatti's long-standing coach-building tradition. The Divo is powered by Bugatti's iconic 8-liter W16 engine with an output of 1,500 PS, with a top speed of 261 mph. The Divo is the fastest sports car that money can buy. The aerodynamics of the car have been intensively fine-tuned for additional downforce, while the suspension and chassis settings were modified for an even more compelling driving experience. 2. Mercedes-Benz Maybach Exelero. Price, $8 million. The Maybach Exelero is a very special concept car in that it was created in cooperation with tire producer Fulda. For the testing of high-performance tires, the company needed a car that was capable of exceeding the 350 km/h mark. A Maybach model had been built to serve as a test car for Fulda as early as the late 1930s, and this connection was revived a couple of years ago. The final result was more than convincing. On May 1, 2005, racing driver Klaus Ludwig drove the Maybach Exelero fitted with Fulda tires in Nardo or Italy and attained a speed of 351.45 km/h, setting a new world speed record for limousines on series production tires.
Number 1.
Rolls-Royce Sweptail. Price, $13 million. The Rolls-Royce Sweptail is hand-built, and inspired by coach building of the 1920s and 1930s. The Sweptail was commissioned bespoke in 2013 as a one-off automobile at the request of a super yacht and aircraft specialist who had a unique idea in mind. Giles Taylor, director of design at Rolls-Royce Motor Cars, described the Sweptail as the automotive equivalent of haute couture. The Rolls-Royce Sweptail is a one-off large luxury car made in the United Kingdom by Rolls-Royce Motor Cars. At the time of its May 2017 debut at the yearly Concorso d'Eleganza Villa d'Este event, it was the most expensive new automobile in the world, costing around $12.8 million. It has 6.75-liter twin-turbo W12 engine that produces 453 horsepower and 531 pound-feet of torque, enough to give the $13 million ride the ability to accelerate to 60 mph in just 5.6 seconds before maxing out at a top speed of 150 mph.
And that's the top 10 most expensive cars in the world. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more top 10 videos.